to In Pursuit of Truth. This is your host, Sir Patrick Mack. Hey, you, Patriot. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Come a little closer. It's okay, a little closer. That's it. I got Q-posts. You want to hear them? Let's do it. Post 3928, 20 minutes after the hour of 11, we have a Twitter post from Abdullah Janfawi. He is an educator at the Ministry of Education in Kuwait, and he's talking about Q. The translation is at the bottom there from the Google Translate version. Q theory and conspiracy theories in the United States. What is QAnon? It is an unknown entity. No one knows who they are or why they are spreading their ideas, but it is known about them that they are users of 4chan. Their goal is to warn of the grand conspiracy. The world is at war with a hidden enemy. We will win. The first publication of Q theory was in 2017, and this is just translating to the first Q post, meaning the identity of Q being Q Clearance Patriot, which means my country holds a Q permit, a classification that allows its holder to access confidential documents. The publication was entitled Calm Before the Storm, The Silence Before the Hurricane. So keep in mind, this is just a translation, but they're talking about Q post back in the day. And then they include this tweet here from Donald Trump, who can figure out the true meaning of call Fefe. The world is at war with a hidden enemy. We will win. And that is a tweet from Donald Trump on March 18. So there you have it. Abdullah waking some folks up out there in Kuwait. Very exciting. And I'm sure there's already quite a few woke folk out there, as well as neighboring UAE, Oman. That whole area keeps on top of world events. They're very, very modern, very, very progressive. And I don't mean politically so much as socially. But I think we're going to start seeing a lot more stuff from that area. So very, very cool. Congratulations to you, Abdullah. Let's move on. Post 3929, 42 minutes after the hour of 11. Patriots, be cautious in your interpretations of info posted. False expectations and push based on speculation will only weaponize those who attack us. MSM. Yeah, look, it's one thing to speculate. And I think in this modern day world where we have such a distrust of the mainstream media, and in particular having a source like QAnon where we sort of get these nebulous ideas and we're left to go try and figure out what it might mean, I think that speculation is a little bit natural. However, when you're speculating, it means that you don't know 100%. However, we do see a lot of people taking what they don't know 100% and pushing it on social media as if they do. Sadly, a lot of those same people are the same ones screaming from the top of their lungs saying, we are the news now. Well, we are the news now. But I would really love to encourage this last line on post 3616 from the 22nd of November 2019 after Q says the Great Awakening, you are the news now. Handle with care. Expectations are just that. And it's okay to have expectations. Just know that if they're not met, they're your expectations and they're not someone else's. Why does MSM expend resources daily attempting to discredit? Because they want to take us down, which is precisely why Q warns of the first line. It's one thing to speculate, but if you start pushing something that's simply just a rumor or simply just an expectation at the moment, it becomes really, really easy to clown if you're not correct. Do you provide the playbook to the enemy with specific dates? Yes, precisely. Remember, the whole world is watching this. So do you really think Q's going to pop out saying, hey man, drop the bomb on Tuesday, yo. See you then. We're the news now. Logical thinking. FISA indictments equal start. And that was the very line we were talking about yesterday, right? FISA indictments Tuesday? Nope. FISA indictments today? Nope. FISA indictments mean the start. Public justice. Then we get a dictionary, and here it is. Definition of start. Ooh, look at the first one. To move suddenly and violently. Spring. To react with a sudden, brief, involuntary movement. To issue with sudden force, like the bacony, cheesy goodness right in your face. To come into being, activity, or operation. You get the idea. Q says future proves past. Events unlock. Right. So we can speculate all we want, but it looks like Q's kind of already set this up. So we may be wrong, and that's okay, but Q will usually lead us back to it. And a lot of times we find it ourselves. Think CEO departures. We've had so many. So many. Since the very beginning, we've had so many. Think FBI departures, think DOJ departures, think state departures, White House departures, DIA departures, Pentagon departures, Senate departures, House departures, what is that? Ambassador departures, IG departures. Think judge install. Think Supreme Court install. Think White House install. Think FBI install. Think CIA install. Missing the I. Think DOJ install. Think U.S. Attorney install. Game theory. If you look, you can see. Yes. And these are the things that we can quantify. We're able to count it. We're able to see it. We're able to demonstrate it. We're able to show this. And for people who we want to red pill and wake up, these are the things that we can turn them to. But just because we had an earthquake in Texas doesn't mean a military underground base exploded. Doesn't mean it didn't. It just doesn't mean it did. And there's a big, wide, gaping chasm of difference in between. However, what we can talk about are DIA departures, Pentagon departures, Senate departures, etc. Game theory. If you look, you can see. Let's move on. Post 39:30, 49 minutes after the hour of 11, we have a Twitter status, and Q wishes us all a happy Good Friday. Well, happy Good Friday to you too, Q, from the future, which is really just Saturday. And the Twitter link takes you to Zeus. No collusion, no obstruction. So Zeus is laying it out right there, right in his name title. He's like, don't even go past this if you're going to bring me some collusion and obstruction crap. Hashtag Trump, hashtag coronavirus campaign ad features Joe Biden cheerleading for China. During America's crisis, Biden protected China's feeling. Hashtag Biden, it's in our self-interest that China continues to prosper. And then he leaves us a Breitbart link, which is this right here. Trump coronavirus campaign ad features Joe Biden cheerleading for China. And why read an article about a video when we could just watch the video? So watch the video.
This is a crisis.
This is no time for Donald Trump's record of hysterical xenophobia.
Biden's son inked a $1 billion deal with a subsidiary of the Bank of China.
China is going to eat our lunch? Come on, man. They're not bad folks.
Since the outbreak, the Communist Party has been mobilizing overseas organizations to buy local supplies and send them to China.
It is in our self-interest that China continue to prosper. What a beautiful history we wrote together. Banning all travel will not stop it.
The president is right. That travel restriction on China, as every public health official we've talked to said, bought the country time.
That was a very smart move right there.
Hysterical xenophobia. Xenophobia. I complimented him on dealing with China. I'm not going nuts.
Okay then, Joe Biden, 2020, just in time for Corona season. This should go well. That's just my speculation. Maybe this will go great. Maybe this will go great for Joe Biden. For those of you not familiar with Joe Biden, he's running for president of the United States, of this country. I think he might be running for governor somewhere too. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that part, but let's get a little wisdom from Joe Biden. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the, you know the thing. Joe Biden. Post 39:31, 53 minutes after the hour of 2, we get a Twitter status to Secret Agent Man. You know how I know he's a secret agent? Dark sunglasses. Yep, that's how they hide their identity. And Secret Agent Man is actually kicking down some real wisdom. It's actually just Secret Agent, but I'm calling him a man because he's got a beard. Be cautious in your interpretations of info posted. So glad he finally said this. I've been seeing the wacky conspiracies, number counting, etc. get way out of control. The movement is being discredited by the irrational speculation. Let's work with what we have. Well, thank you, Secret Agent, and we appreciate your real wisdom here. And please know that Secret Agent is not saying that conspiracies and number counting are irrelevant. He's just simply saying that sometimes it gets way out of control. Sometimes the simplest answer might be the greatest place to start. Q is pointing it out. So obviously Q agrees. The credibility of our institutions, constitutional law that governs our great land, our republic, and our ability to regain the trust and faith of the American people all depends on our ability to restore justice under the law. Hence, the complete cleaning out of the White House, the DOJ, etc., like we were talking about earlier. Blind justice. By prosecuting those responsible, blind justice. Treasonous acts, sedition against the Republic, the people of the United States, start, lead in, infiltration, rogue at the highest levels of our government, media corps, etc. Planned and coordinated. Domestic and foreign. This is not about politics. Something far more sinister, evil, has been allowed to flourish through all parts of our society. It has been protected and safeguarded. It had been camouflaged to appear as trusted. It has been projected, normalized by stars. And then there's that classified 1 through 99 again. One must only look to see. Symbolism will be their downfall. This is not another 4-year election. Be on your guard. Stand firm in the faith. Be courageous. Be strong. You are not alone. We stand together. Post 3932, 12 minutes after the hour of 3, we get this tweet from Technofog, who says, declassification of IG report footnotes. Crossfire Hurricane team had multiple reports disputing many material claims of Steele and his dossier and warning of disinformation. And of course, that was the source of just about everything that supported the Trump Russian collusion narrative. This comes from an original tweet from Catherine Herridge. Now, this is very curious because we also had this revelation in regards to George Papadopoulos, and it's now been revealed that there were some docs that were withheld. Surprise, surprise. So it looks like we're getting back to business here. Here is the Twitter status to Technofog. Q says the public will learn the truth. The media will attempt to spin as a partisan attack. The House will push for bar removal. The House will open investigations into Barr Durham. Lack of confidence. So this is interesting and something that we should probably be ready to see. The House will push for Barr removal, and the House will open investigations into Barr Durham. So it looks like that's going to go down, at least according to Q. The House will open investigations. Now, you may have picked up on this from Trump's earlier presser, but at the very end, he didn't take any questions after this, but he said something about being faced with a difficult decision, and he can only hope that he's going to make the right one. I'm wondering if that is referring to allowing these investigations into Barr and Durham. We'll have to see. Full disclosure, DECALS provides truth. I wonder what DECALS is. You can see that it's supposed to be D-class, but the L is in front of the C, and the C is supposed to be in front of the L. What do you think it means? Don't know yet. Foreign corroboration provides truth. What happens when corporate media knowingly pushes false propaganda information? What happens when corporate media can no longer be trusted? The silent war continues. And some of you guys pointed this out. I didn't catch this originally. There's only 2 little ellipses after the silent war continues. So we're missing a dot, and we got an L before C. So I'm not sure at the moment what this spelling could mean, but I do want to point this out from not too long ago, March 5th, 2020. This is from the Justice OIG. New audit of $1.6 million in DOJ grant funds. Newcastle County, Delaware generally complied with grant terms and conditions and used funds to support purchase equipment for the county police department and fund officer training and overtime pay. Okay, so I don't really know that that's a big deal itself. But what I wanted to point out is that Newcastle County, Delaware, is often referred to as Del Castle. So I'm not sure if they might be talking about something happening in Newcastle, if it has anything to do with this OIG report. I'm not so sure that it would. I just want to point out that Newcastle, Delaware is known as Del Castle. And I thought this was interesting. I believe it is now a golf course, the Del Castle Golf Course, but it used to be the Del Castle Prison Farm, and this was a while back. It looks like in the 40s, over 154 inmates resided on the property. The farm was a diverse enterprise. In addition to operating as a working dairy, the property also grew vegetables and raised cattle and pigs. Farm produce not consumed by inmates was sold to the public for income. Post 3933, 41 minutes after the hour of 3, we get a Twitter status to Gregors. It says breaking, even though we all expected it. John Solomon just confirmed seconds ago on Sean Hannity's radio show that multiple D.C. grand jury subpoenas have been issued on behalf of U.S. Attorney John Durham. Okay, grand jury subpoenas. So it looks like we're going to start hearing from some people. And then Q adds on 3934, 10 minutes after the hour of 4, we see some of these placeholders. And we see a set 1, meaning it looks like we're looking at 6 things incoming. And is this a 6 that we've been seeing from Q? We were just talking about 6+ yesterday. Not really sure, but we've got 6 places here, and we're talking about placeholders. It says placeholder, indictments tracking non-civilian, set 1. So whatever this set 1 is has 6 something. Placeholder, indictments tracking civilian. Placeholder, acts of treason plus support articles. Placeholder, foreign acts pub, foreign placeholders, FISA pub, I'm assuming to be published. Now, if you do a key search for placeholder in the Qmap.pub section, you're going to see a ton of stuff laid out here. And Q alluded to the fact that the Patriots Fight Board would be the place to see all these placeholders. So if you want to see what some of these are going to entail, or at least what Q is saying they will, just go to Qmap and type in placeholder and you will see it. This is this post right here, but I want to turn your attention to 2804 where it says first placeholders, OIG report, DECALS, and other released facts regarding 18 U.S. Code Chapter 115, treason, sedition, and subversive activities. So will that be the first? Not sure, but you're welcome to look through here. Some of the meaty ones come down here. But here are some of the other ones in 2489, OIG report and findings, OIG report, FBI, DOJ, and media collusion, OIG report, executive branch, ABCs, and media collusion, OIG report, foreign assist, D1, so on and so forth. You get the idea. And then down here are the really, really meaty ones where we talk about treason, foreign acts, so on and so forth. So it looks like we got some placeholders here, but I do want to remind you that this is simply subpoena right now. These are subpoenas from grand juries, but it does look like that they have enough information to go on. That should start to get pretty exciting. So those are your Q posts, Patriots. Is something about to go down in Del Castle? Couldn't tell you, but it does look like we got some subpoenas and things are getting back to business. I have a feeling the coronavirus narrative is also going to be dying down very soon. I'll leave you with this tweet here from Dan Scavino Jr., who simply just shows the White House with a nice little soundtrack. Give a listen. Well, if I didn't know any better, those are birds singing at the White House. When does a bird sing? After a storm? You decide. But that's all I got for you for now. As always, if you like this video, please click like, share, and subscribe. Thanks to all of you who do that already. My alternate links are down below in the video description. And if you've got information to share with me, please email me. That's also in the video description. My P.O. box is down there if you want to send something old school. And if you'd like to support the channel, my Patreon is also linked down below. It's all down below. This is Sir Patrick Mack. Until next time, stay funky, friends.